Well, now what, friends?
Okay. So assume you're all out of the uh, of the warehouse, and as you leave, you can see there are six other watchmen posted outside, like two by the doors, two by um, the big double doors, the porch of the yard, and two by the window here that you use to get inside. So in total, there's 12 watchmen here plus Daggett. And and yeah, you can see them like searching the warehouse and all that stuff uh, while you leave. And
Uh,
yeah, just wrap it up. You see Renaer um, before he leaves, he picks up a rapier and a dagger from one of the corpses. And when he's leaving with you, like you can see him like putting them like there's no scabbard or anything, like so he's just putting them like with his belt, like between his belt and his clothes and stuff. And and he looks at you, Vermilion, since you right before he started working on Marshall, he said, why don't you help us and find Floon? And he says, I'd be honored. I want to help my friend. Do you know where he is? Do you have any leads?
hmm. I believe you're the first we have. I was hoping you could tell us something.
No. After I got kidnapped, we were brought to this warehouse and I managed to escape. I hid, and then some other thugs came and murdered everyone and took Floon, and those Kenku were left behind, and I was waiting for an opening to leave. And then you guys appeared.
Yes, so you were together with him how recently? Merely hours ago?
Um, I believe that was last night.
Last night?
We were kidnapped last night, but they struck.
And,
Um, they struck a few hours ago. Yes.
and what the nature of this kidnapping? Where were you when it occurred? Who kidnapped you? What do you remember seeing of them? What did they look
We
like?
were we were walking home. Floon was too intoxicated um, to find his way home by himself, I thought, and thus I offered to escort him. And then we were jumped by five thugs as we were heading north on Zastro Street.
And these thugs were not bearing the mark of any organization. They just
Well, um, if you look at the warehouse, this has Zentarim stench all over it. The black weapons, black armor, and the ones that kidnapped us they looked like Scents as well. Although the ones that barged in here killed everyone and took Floon, I wouldn't know who those might be.
Do you have any reason to suspect that Floon may have been on the bad side of the Zentarim?
No, hardly. Very unlikely.
Hmm.
Anyone can roll this. Roll a charisma check, and if you think there's any specialty that would apply, feel free
Uh,
to argue for it.
what is it for? What's the check? Like roughly?
Uh, to get him to say something,
Gotcha.
to come across as being trustworthy, perhaps.
Okay.
After the whole Tabaxi fleeing the scene and stuff, he might have his doubts as
Would
to your
deception
intentions.
count?
Ugh.
Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't say anything else
Could I
besides
roll a deception and try to get him to reveal a little more?
deception is like you're lying to him. You're
Fair
you're
point.
telling something that you know it's a lie, and you're trying to get away with it. So I don't think so. You can roll straight up charisma, not deception. Yeah,
I'll just
that's
ask
fine.
him. Do you recall seeing a half orc in any of these gangs or in this warehouse at any point?
No, not the ones that kidnapped us, but I did hear orcish voices when they were invading this warehouse and killing the Zents.
So I feel like Dan, I could probably have an idea what they're asking at this point, right?
What do you mean?
Like on the like the first message that you say on the pinned
Right.
comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you're free to speak any one of those sentences at any point that you wish, if you think it makes sense.
Just to make sure I'm on. You guys are asking this guy if he heard this orc, and do I don't. I guess that wouldn't be the right orc because the orc I've talked to is Grumshar, right? Or the orc that talked to me.
I mean, it's an orcish voice. When you said work for Groomshar or die, that was Groomshar himself. But the other orc, you don't know. But again, you're free to speak any one of those sentences if you think it makes sense.
Hey, magician, remind me how the Birdman ended up with us? How long was I out in there?
Well, he's part of what kept you alive, to be honest. He came in somehow killed them. I'm not quite sure yet, but he is a friend.
He makes
yes.
a thunk noise.
His name is...
Thump?
No, not quite. Yeah, perfect, yes.
I'm kind of looking at him, and I'll hold my hand out and thank you.
He'll just kind of nod at you, but he'll also kind of point at you because you said Xanathar, right? Or was that someone else?
No.
Or was it this Floon guy? Or not Floon, but Renaer?
Renaer,
Nope.
he
Renaer.
didn't speak anything about Xanathar. Like he doesn't know who.
I thought someone said that for some reason.
Yeah. Not right now, perhaps. I don't know.
Okay.
But
No, he said Zentarim.
what
Okay, Xanathar.
that's Zentarim, yes. The ones that kidnapped him was Zentarim, and then someone he said that some people attacked him, attacked the Zents inside the warehouse, and but he doesn't know who they were or who they were working for.
I'll just ask him straight up. Does the name Grum Shahar mean anything to you? I'm asking the red-headed guy.
Groomshar? Never heard of it.
Groomshar.
I guess at this point I would say the same thing I said to Vermilion, but the work for Groomshar or die.
I recognize the voice, and I immediately look at the bird. Where did you hear that? What is going on?
You're going to find this harder to answer than you think, Marshall. He has said that before, though.
Well, how does that work? He just repeats things he's heard before?
I think he was forced to work for Grumshar or die. And I look to the Kenku.
He'll shake his head.
Where is Grumshar?
Would I actually know that? I don't actually know what I know about Grumshar.
Marshall's very desperate and very focused right now. Where is Grumshar?
I don't actually know what I know about Grumshar. So
Well, there is a intercede here. Try to give you a hand. What about the second sentence in the nasally voice?
Follow the yellow signs in the sewer. Let's see. Thin nasally voice.
Sewer. Where? What is it? How do we? What does that
What?
mean? How do we get to the sewer?
I think I can answer that. I mean, where does your poop go? That's where we go.
We got to go there right now. We have to move.
Well, this is all moving a bit fast for me, but first of all, yellow signs. Do you know, Marshall, what he's speaking of? Yellow signs?
No, I don't think he would.
No.
Uh, why do we need to? What does this Grumshaw have anything to do with the Zentarim and Floon? Because that is our current job.
Well, best I can recall, I came here because they said Grumshar was in with these Zents.
And you have reason to believe that Grumshaw was involved with this kidnapping, this orc voice that you're speaking of?
I mean, that was his voice. So this Birdman must have been around when he came to this warehouse. It's possible he's the one who stole the friend.
Do you work for Grumshaw? Just to confirm.
Does he work for Grumshaw?
Yes.
Roll intelligence check, Vermilion. Yes. When he says work, when he repeated work for Grumshar or die, you're pretty sure that he heard Grumshar telling him that. Like
Sure.
you can piece everything together and say, yeah, okay.
I just wanted to confirm that. All right, well, it seems the sewers is as good a place as any for our next steps.
Yes, good idea. Yeah. I'm gonna rub my wound and think for a second. Is anything open in this town at this point? Anywhere we could go to maybe spend some coin and pick up some supplies?
Agreed. I hold my wound.
Sure. Let me take a look here. You guys are. Yeah, let me put you back on the Waterdeep.
I may be able to finance some of our respite. I seem to have come across something lately. Could help.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the whole thing, like all the shops and whatever, mapped out. And it is not mapped out in the module. So I'll just say that you can easily find like a potions, sort of a herbalist shop or something like that. And then you can buy some stuff there. I do, however, have to. So anything in the player's handbook, same price. So let's say it's not like a super fancy shop, so you can find a potion of healing,
Nice.
healer's kit, stuff like that.
These silver trade bars, can we use them as currency here?
I mean, sure, you can show the bars to the guy, and he kind of scowls a little bit, looks at that, and he says he'll give you like a potion for each bar. I think a potion is like 25 gold. Am I right?
I think
Let me see. Potion of healing. healing. Potion of healing. Roll20 has that, but it doesn't have the price.
Hold on.
Perfect.
I think it's 50, but I got my book. Here it is. Yeah, 50 gold in the PHP.
Right. So he'll take 2 bars for each potion.
Do I have reason to believe that's a fair trade?
Given that he's using this as currency and it's not coin, perhaps. I don't know. Do you want to roll something?
Intelligence?
I think the way you would know if this is a fair trade or not is if you can appraise the value of the bars, right? Even though
Right.
they're rusted and whatever. So whatever you think is fair for you to appraise this.
Does anybody have a craft
Perhaps
connected to that?
intelligence.
Because otherwise I would just say intelligence for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're pretty sure even though they're rusted, you could get like 50 gold out of each
Gotcha.
one.
So we're getting like half value. Okay. All right, noted. Well, let's browse here. I definitely think we want to pick up maybe 2 potions of healing. What else?
For sure. We got a healer's kit too, if we can.
Oh yeah. What else? What else are you guys looking for? Also, I I make cat sounds as loudly as I can while before we walk in here.
Right. Yeah. Let's say this is like several blocks away from the warehouse. Let's say, I don't know. I'm just gonna randomly put you in the map here. Yeah. Let's say you found the shop there, and yeah, I guess Cloud appears. I think.
Saying that's racist.
I didn't know we don't have a secret word or anything. It was the best I could think of, but good to see you again. Oh, by the way, that one guard, can't remember his name.
Game submitting to these guards.
Yes, the one of them is looking for you, so you should probably be mindful of that. He's going to arrest you if he sees you, or try to.
This one has it in the back.
Now, we are going on a bit of a shopping spree. I don't know if you heard while you were surely watching us, but we are going down into the sewers to look for yellow signs and an orc named Grumshaw. So think of what you would like as we go into the sewers. I'm thinking a crowbar, a healer's kit, perhaps a potion or 2. But let me know what else you are thinking of.
There's water in these sewers.
Surely, yes.
No, okay, so here's a small retcon. Given that you asked that, before you left the warehouse, Staggett would have said to you, if I can find the thing. Where is it? Okay, yeah. So remember he said to you, like, not all city watch officers are as nice as me. Before you left, he would have said as well, keep the blood off the streets. And you can all roll an intelligence check to make sense out of this. Yeah, okay. So Marshall, from what he saw, from what he's heard in the city so far, you're pretty sure that when they say keep the blood off the streets, that means that the watch doesn't really care what happens in the sewers. They are concerned about what happens in the city above. So you probably know that the odds of finding watch in the sewers is like next to 0.
Yeah. I'd let everybody know that. Best I can figure. We're going to be on our own down there. That might be a good thing.
If you want torches or any sort of light source, I don't know if you need something like that, Marshall.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Gonna have to grab another torch at least.
Right. So, well, Cloud says it has a hooded lantern, it seems.
Oh, okay. Maybe that might work best.
Yeah, I have a crowbar, I have a hooded lantern, I have oil, all that, burglary stuff.
Okay.
Handy.
Rope, pitons, hammer, need
Okay.
be.
Well, I need rope for myself. We're gonna get a healer's kit.
Yeah, he'll take all the 5 bars for 2 potions, a healer's kit, and the what did you say? Rope?
Yeah, I just need
Yeah.
rope.
That's the deal he puts on the table for you.
All right. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, cool.
So who wants a potion?
I think
Marshall.
you do, right?
Well, I mean, I'm hoping we can rest.
Yeah, you can.
I think Marshall should get a potion, and
I'll take one, sure.
probably Cloud. I certainly want one, but I don't think I'm the one who needs it. Probably Cloud, right? You want one?
Oh, I will take this.
All right.
Although it is better to not get hit with arrows, I think.
Yeah, I don't
You
recommend
should
it.
try this, Marshall.
Duly noted.
Oh, and before you left, as well, when Staggett was giving you the advice, right? Like, keep the blood off the streets, and not everyone is as nice as me. He also hands Vermilion a folded parchment, and he says, I think it's in your best interest to take a look at this carefully. And I'm gonna reveal that to you, Jared. And
Okay.
you're free to, you're free to take a look at that. And
Sure.
if you want the others to know what it is, then I'll reveal it to everyone.
Cool. Is that the code?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants the healer's kit, by the way? Marshall? Is anybody skilled in that medicine?
No. Well, not skilled, but I have like a +3 to my rolls.
Okay. So
Like high wisdom, but I'm not skilled in it.
So you take the healer's kit then, as well.
Fair enough.
All right. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm reading.
Oh, so what happened
So
back there, Cloud?
Renaer turns to Cloud and says, Why did you run? Are you a thief?
No.
He does that sometimes. I haven't quite figured out what it means.
This one does not like cards or trouble.
I see.
I am going to reveal this to everybody, so if we all want to take a
Yeah?
look at that.
Okay. Okay.
It's interesting.
Probably wise.
It's thorough.
Very thorough. Very thorough. So perhaps there are some flashbacks going on in your heads,
Right.
some stuff that you already did
What have I done?
that might fit
Crimes against the gods.
I like how everything is just death.
Burglary. Eek. This is awesome. That's cool.
Crimes against the citizens, assaulting a citizen,
You probably disturbed the peace several times.
disturbing the peace. Yes.
Definitely robbed several people and
Well,
organizations.
those are hard to get a witness
Yeah,
for because
yeah.
you rolled it so good in your.
Oh, there's the using magic to influence. Oh God, I haven't done that yet,
Yeah.
but it's on the list.
It's on the list.
Nice. Okay. Well, we haven't poisoned any city wells, so I think we're okay for now.
Slavery.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need a rest. I'm a bit queasy right now before we go down into any sewers. Should we look for the nearest, safest inn?
Now that you have a healer's kit on you, I'll say that Renaer can patch you up.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
So yeah, 1d6 plus 4 plus 1, I think.
Okay. Well, in that case, can we
Although,
take a...
yeah, can short rest you want?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, sure. Although, let me.
Oh, should I roll a deception check for Rainier's query of me?
Yeah, if you think it makes sense, sure. And it kind of does make sense.
Fuck.
Ooh. Yeah, so he says right, but well, I guess I have to roll for him, right? Let me find his thing here. Renaer. Oh my God, what's my name, please? Player handouts. No, this is named NPCs. Renaer never. There we go. Let's roll for him. He can totally roll insight and be shit. He crit.
So it comes off exactly like I said it. No.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, sure. Just to be absolutely transparent, I'll copy paste the crit in chat. But yeah, so you guys are taking a look at the I'm gonna post it on the game chat in Discord. So yeah, you guys are taking a look at the code legal stuff, and he offers, even though you're taking a rest, Renaer offers Vermilion to patch him up. Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. I think Jared went AFK, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, he said BRB 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So yeah, so they put your never whisper rolls for Renaer. Good. Right. So, see, where would you know where to go here, given what you know by now? So this. So I'm gonna puppet, be a little bit of a puppet master here with Larry's character. And when Renaer was talking about, yeah, some people barged inside the warehouse and tried to and killed everyone, right? Thunk would have said would have shouted in a God damn it, so many stuff. In the same in an orcish accent, not necessarily on Groomshar's voice, but he would have shouted like Xanathar sends its regards. As soon as Renaer was saying, yeah, so these thugs came inside and started killing everyone, and I was hidden. Thunk would have said that, shouted that.
Would that name mean anything to me?
Sure. Roll intelligence. Or, yeah, sure. Roll intelligence with advantage. Okay. Yeah, you have heard of a faction, a guild that calls itself Xanathar's Guild, and it operates, as far as you know, in Waterdeep. It has a presence in Waterdeep. Though in character, you have no idea who or what a Xanathar is.
This name is known to me.
Oh, and by the way, I'm doing all this in the open. If you want something to remain, if you want some information to remain hidden from the other players, if you want to hear it in advance and then figure out if you want to share that with a group or whatever, say that in advance, and we can drop to Dissonant Whispers real quick, and I'll tell it to you, and then you can decide.
By the way, Dan, I missed the whisper.
Yeah. I'll whisper it again to you.
Gotcha.
Right. So yeah, Cloud, you're gonna share that with the
Yep. Cloud will share the information.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I think you guys, you know enough to know that that they probably left the warehouse and made their way into the sewers nearby, right? Nearby where the warehouse is. And then that's probably your best guess as to where you should enter the sewers and look for Floon.
Sewers near the warehouse would be our best bet to start, I think.
I'm ready if you're ready.
Right away.
He's ready.
Right. And while you guys are like going through the code legal, like you're passing the parchment amongst each other and whatever, you see Renaer offering to heal Vermilion's wounds, and Vermilion declines. Right? He says it's fine for now, and we just need a rest, friend. And unless you want to RP that.
No, that's exactly what I said.
That's perfect. So yeah, an hour goes by. I think let's say it's about like midnight or 1 a.m. At this point, and you guys make your way back to the warehouse. Like you, after an hour, you can see like there's perhaps 4 watchmen posted on the outside, guarding the southern door, and other ones in 2 more in front of the porch. There's some light coming from the inside that you can see, so probably a few of them still in there. But you give the warehouse a white birch and or birth or birch.
Birth, you
Birth.
got it.
Birth, yeah, right. So so yeah, and you make your ways your way to this kind of sewer entrance. And as soon as you go down, it's clear that those of you that do not have dark vision will have trouble seeing down here. So you need a light source if you don't have dark vision, which I assume 2 of you, including Renaer.
Clouds,
have.
do you have that? Do you have that covered lantern?
Yes. Cloud will light his hooded lantern. Use it to light the way.
Right. So there's a circular metal cover inset on the pavement, and that's what you figure would be the closest place to the warehouse that they would have taken. So you open that, the cover is easily lifted, and there's a ladder down going into the sewers. And as soon as you open it, a putrid steam flows along the sewer tunnel, and you walk down. You start making your way. Let me put you in this this map here. So feel free to drag your tokens in a marching order.
I don't see our tokens.
You can drag him out. Yeah, I usually don't like copy paste the stuff.
I'll
always forget to
in
do
the
that.
back.
I'm gonna be up by the front.
Okay, Marshall, let me drag that for you. There you go.
Which way are we going? Is it?
Let's say front is north. Let's say north is the way you're going. Okay.
Near the front, but I'll stay near Clouds as long as he's holding the lantern, unless he wants me to take it.
Right. Okay, so how are you doing this? Stealthily, I assume.
Yes, stealthily and looking for yellow signs.
Cloud does everything stealthily.
Right, so roll stealth.
So Baxies do it with stealth.
So question, so considering favorite enemy, we're in the sewers. Can I try to track through these sewers?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm the that. And I have advantage since it's on humanoids.
Yep. Yeah, 17. What are all these radius of
That's
these auras?
that's the light from the lantern.
Shit, that's insane. Okay, yeah. So what is the marching order like here? And let's say, shit, God, oh my God, fuck, roll 20.
Just to point
let's
out,
say,
I'm only really seeing a piece of graph paper. If there's anything else.
yeah. No, that's just
Okay.
the makeshift map for generic stuff. So,
Cool.
okay. So yeah, Renaer is hanging back with vermilion. And let's see. As you so you come to a first intersection, and in one direction you see a tiny symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk, a palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference. I'll post that in Discord. That's the symbol you see, but made with yellow chalk. And as you navigate your way through the sewers, at every location where characters must make a decision about which direction to go, the same symbol scrawled in yellow chalk is marked next to a tunnel. So you're navigating. Every time you come to an intersection, you see another symbol, and you make your way. And the one leading was Marshall, or was it Thunk? Or
I'm leading up front if as long as the light is close.
right. Okay.
Or as long
So
as
you
I'm in
have
the
it.
light.
Right.
I'm tracking. I'm actually second, but I'm just making sure if there's like any turns or whatever, we don't end up going the wrong way.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and as far as you can tell, Thunk is he's not complaining, right? You're going through guiding yourself by the chalks, and then Thunk is following along, and he's not saying anything, but he seems to be doing more stuff than you guys. Like you guys are just following the yellow signs. Thunk is like searching around for footprints and whatever, and yeah, he's following along. So let me see here.
Do these symbols mean anything to me?
You're pretty sure these are the symbols that from Xenothar's guild. You would be pretty sure of yourself at this point. If like you can all put together the pieces, right? The ones that attacked the warehouse were from Xenothar's guild. That's why Thunk said Xenothar says his regards. And they took Floon and they fled into the sewers.
Okay. Claude will keep an eye out for any other symbols scrawled on the wall that, like would mean anything to me because of thieves can't.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all you see. These are the only symbols, at least the legible ones, right? Like perhaps other like graffiti or whatever graffiti is in the Middle Ages in a fantasy world. But as far as telltale signs for symbols and stuff, that's the only one that you can see that stands out. And just trying to find something here. Right here. Did I give you the handout for Renaer? I didn't. So here's his handout. Here it is. There it is. So, so yeah. Ooh, okay. So, so after about an hour of following signs through the tunnels, you come through a three-way intersection where a ladder leads up to a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover, much like the one you lifted to get inside, to get down to the sewers. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on the wall nearby, and floating near this symbol is a spherical, grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy eye stalks. It looks at you, at Marshall, and bares its teeth at you. And let's roll initiative.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so yeah, your stealth was worse than its passive perception. So
Pretty bad.
yep. Oh,
Ugh.
sorry. Fuck. I forgot to put the thing. Is that already accounted
It
for?
caught him. It caught him.
Caught him? Yeah, it did. Perfect. Let's roll for Renaer.
Okay.
Renaer.
First.
Come on, guys. You got potion of healing and everything. Like, the module doesn't even talk about this.
What could this even be?
Well, it didn't add initiative for Renaer. So, add turn 21. And this guy. Wow, he rolled like shit. You guys are fine. So. There we go. So. Right. That's combat music here. Oh, actually, I forgot. You guys were strolling through the sewers. I forgot some music. Let's see. What about this one?
No, it's worth noting that the entire time we've been down here, Cloud has been going out of his way to avoid stepping in any water or puddles.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty hard. And you'll. Okay, that's not the one I want.
Literally.
He
Oh, I
will
mean,
climb the
this-
wall if
yeah.
necessary.
Yeah.
Very
Okay. Yeah.
interesting.
Absolutely. You're probably climbing the walls at some point. Like, yeah. You'll see what happens in a while. But anyway, let's get this done. Vermilion, you're first.
Right. Okay, so I am all the way in the back. So do I see this thing? Do I even know what's going on?
I think so. Yeah, with the torchlight and everything.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Well, I'm gonna shout. We are not enemies. We mean no harm. And do I know anything about this, like with Arcana?
Sure. Roll it.
Like what it's capable of, what it is. 15.
Yeah, you know this to be. Well, do you want to drop into Dissonant Whispers real quick?
Sure. BRB. Yes.
So you know this to be a gazer, and it's a kind of a beholder,
Mm-hmm.
but a really tiny one and frail one, and you know that it's created from beholders' dreams. When beholders dream, they usually create this stuff.
Yikes.
And yeah, it's much like every other beholder. They have their eye stalks, and they can probably attack with those.
So it does have like eye ray attacks that I'm aware of.
Yeah, it's got 4 eye stalks and a central eye,
Okay.
and that's what you know.
So as far as my like threat level, am I like we can take this, or am I like we need to run?
No, I mean they're frail beholder creature like, but he might be able to do some damage to one of you or whatever.
Gotcha.
But you know, initiative and all that stuff, he's
Okay.
probably gonna die real quick.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. All right. I shout out, "Stab it in the eye!" And I am. Can I get off a firebolt without hitting any of my allies?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it just like partial cover
Okay.
because there's so many people in front of you.
All right. The darkness is just whoosh as fire snaps it in front of my fingers, and I'm just gonna toss it out.
Sweet.
And I cackle as I do. Burn!
Yeah. Roll that damage. Wow. So you shout out, hit it in the eye. It's baring its teeth at Marshall, and you just incinerate the thing. Like you throw like a larger than usual firebolt, perhaps,
Yeah.
and it just engulfs the thing, and it starts twitching, like in a small fireball, and it just after like a few seconds, it crumbles to the ground and stops twitching, and it's just burning to a crisp.
Whoops. Sorry, guys.
Poke it with my stick.
Yes. Burn. All right. Everyone's okay, right? I just start kind of brushing my robes. Everyone's fine. Yes, everything is fine. Shall we proceed?
Nice moves.
Yeah. All right. So that was super easy. And yeah. So you keep making your way through the sewers, and eventually you come to